Welcome to had6 channel. In this video, we will look into docile. 15 adjectives with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Dutiful, which means conscientiously or obediently fulfilling one's duty. Dutiful. For example, she helped out, as a dutiful daughter should. Number 2. Biddable, which means meekly ready to accept and follow instructions. Biddable. For example, a pretty, biddable child. Number 3. Deferential, which means showing deference. Deferential. For example, a deferential Batman. Number 4. Obedient, which means complying or willing to comply with an order or request. Obedient. For example, a docile and obedient dog. Number 5. Malleable, which means easily influenced. Malleable. For example, they are as malleable and easily led as sheep. Number 6. Tractable, which means of a person easy to control or influence. Tractable. For example, she has always been tractable and obedient, even as a child. Number 7. Manageable, which means able to be controlled or dealt with without difficulty. Manageable. For example, a manageable amount of work. Number 8. Passive, which means accepting or allowing what happens or what others do, without active response or resistance. Passive. For example, the women were portrayed as passive victims. Number 9. Meek, which means submissive. Meek. For example, the meek compliance of our politicians. Number 10. Mild, which means gentle and not easily provoked. Mild. For example, he continued in the same mild tone of voice. Number 11. Amenable, which means open and responsive to suggestion. Amenable. For example, an easygoing, amenable child. Number 12. Compliant, which means disposed to agree with others or obey rules, especially to an excessive degree. compliant. For example, a compliant labor force. Number 13. Submissive, which means ready to conform to the authority or will of others. Submissive. For example, a submissive, almost sheep-like people. Number 14. Pliant, which means easily influenced or directed. Pliant. For example, a more pliant Prime Minister. If you have better examples in mind, please share them in the comment section below. It is now the time to hit the subscribe button.